Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to a Golden Wake where we're going to try and get ourselves a job here in Miami. We helped the receptionist, Miss Rogers, out last time, so hopefully we might be able to get an appointment soon. Gotten all the information you care to get out of her. Can't go barging into Mr. Merrick's office uninvited, so I guess let's head out for now. Alright, and shall we head to... where was it we wanted to go? We haven't got any investments or need to buy bonds. Let's head to the other street. Wasn't there somewhere on the map we needed to go? I think there was. Let's exit to the map. I love all the music and the vibe and everything though. It's so good, isn't it? Yes, here we go. The land auction. That's where we're going. We need to make a name for ourselves at the land auction.
100. Do I hear 100?
Alright, there's a small crowd here. There seems to be a smaller crowd of people separate from the main group. They look particularly undecided. We have no reason to speak with them though. And then you scan the faces of the crowd and see a mixture of excitement and indecisiveness. Doc Dammers. To your surprise, it seems that the auctioneer is none other than Doc Dammers. You wonder how he managed to achieve this position. And then there's an indecisive man here. This man stands apart from the crowd and looks somewhat indecisive. Alright, we don't want to talk to them. Do
100. Do I hear 100?
Let's talk to Doc Dammers, I guess. He's the one that we met outside the station, isn't he?
Well, well, fancy seeing you here.
Banks, what brings you to my humble little land auction?
I'm trying to see Mr. Merrick, but it's proving a bit more difficult than I'd anticipated.
Don't say old Doc didn't warn you, son. Anyway, I'd love to chat, but I'm a bit tied up at the moment.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Actually, there is. See those two sets of stragglers over there, separate from the crowd?
Mm-hmm.
They're all about a hair's breadth away from buying, but I just can't get them to budge. Take your pick. If you can convince either set to buy some houses, I just might put in a good word for you back at the sales office. The fellow by himself there seems like he won't take too much effort to convince. If you want a real challenge, you might try the crowd of 5 there.
I'll see what I can do.
Attaboy. Oh, one more thing before you get started. I know you've got experience in this business, but I want to talk to you about seller intuition. From time to time, you might find yourself needing to persuade someone. You know as well as I do that that's all about finding a person's weakness and bending it to your whim. When you're talking to them, you can use seller intuition to your advantage. It'll give you a clearer read on people and let you figure out what you should play to in order to get them to see things your way. Right. Enough yammering from me. Go and do what you have to do.
Interesting. Okay. Do we want to go for the challenge? I don't feel like we might want to. So we've got to use this intuition thing. I don't know what that is. Taking a deep breath, you face the small crowd and prepare to deliver your best sales pitch. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Okay, so this is the thing, right? So we've got... let's bring up that note I made before with the order to bits. So break the ice is first, right? So let's break the ice.
What I wouldn't give to live in this tropical paradise. How about you folks?
The crowd seems to respond positively to you. Okay, and then it's introduce ourselves.
Pleasure to meet you, fine people. My name is Banks. Alfred Banks. You can call me Alfie.
The crowd's interest seems to be growing. Okay, and then it's tell a story.
Let me tell you all the story of the time I sold a 2-story house to a man who had no legs.
Okay, we regale this crowd with our story. And then it's sell your pitch, which I'm guessing is going to be this one, to go in for the kill.
Right then, folks. How about we make some sales?
The crowd seems ready to hear your pitch. Now's your chance. Oh my god, what is this? Okay, your goal is to sell each prospective buyer a house. Clicking on each house will provide a description of its features. Clicking on each buyer's portrait will give a description of them or what they are looking for. You must determine which house is the best match for each buyer. Select the plaque with their name on it and place it in the space beneath each house. Right click to deselect a plaque when it's selected. Click done when you've solved the puzzle. Oh my god, okay, 124 Madrid Street. Perfect for those seeking convenience. The house at 124 Madrid Street is a small single-storey home located within a very close proximity of a school, a church and shops. As a result, the area is somewhat loud. Okay, so that's loud, but it has, like, amenities. If you have a bit more to spend, the 707 Escobar Avenue residence is a large, spacious, single-storey home in a secluded area of town. Since there aren't many other houses around, the area is not particularly well lit at night. Very definition of affordable quality. The 304 Malaga Avenue house is a small 2-storey house situated on a fairly busy street. Despite this, the area reports little to no crime. If you want some place to stretch your legs, 1510 Palmerito Street features a large single-family home built on a 4-acre property, which is ripe for additional development. The house can be expanded on, or any number of large trees can be planted in the huge yard. And then we've got 872 Cordova Street, which is a small home made from coral rock found on the property. The quarry from which the rock was extracted was cemented and converted into a swimming pool, perfect for the aspiring Weissmullers out there. Oh my god, okay, so this is going to be... Mr. Teal is a portly gentleman who is having a hard time dealing with the heat of the day. My wife wanted to move down here for my health, he tells you. I suppose I could do some exercises, but this sun is brutal. I can't stay out in too long. Some place where I could fit indoors would be ideal, especially since I hate water. Right, so he's not going to be the swimming pool guy. Mr. Roberts, you strike up a conversation with Mr. Roberts and find that he hails from up north as well. I'll tell you one thing, he says, the biggest draw of moving down here is finally being able to get away from the tiny apartment I had back home. You could hear the neighbours sneezing. So he wants like a bigger place, right? Interesting. We've got Grace. After speaking to Miss Grace for 5 minutes, you are taken aback by her generosity despite her clearly apparent wealth. I don't care what house I end up buying, really. My main concern is being able to get involved with the community, and this development seems ready for my help. So maybe she needs the one with the school and everything like that, right? That's what I'm thinking. Got Mr. Smith, a cheerful young man, but is rather shabbily dressed and seems to be covered with animal hair. There are so many options to consider, he states, but overall I just want to find some place that suits me and my Lucy. And then we've got Mr. Jones, who's a very jolly and seemingly incredibly active. I just came from a golf tournament this morning. In a few hours I've got a tennis lesson. There's nothing I love more than being outdoors in this fantastic weather. So I'm thinking here he might like the one with the swimming pool. What was the one with the school and everything? There. I'm thinking this lady... How do we like... You should place the name of the person... Ah, okay. So, I'm thinking she's going to want to go there because it's the community vibe, right? This guy is the one who likes being outdoors and exercising, so I'm thinking he wants the one with the swimming pool. And then we've got to find out these other ones. So, what was this one again? Large, spacious, single-story home. Secluded area. There aren't many areas. So this is going to be a quiet place. So did someone say they wanted something to be quiet? Suppose I could do some exercise. Can't stay out too long. Okay. Small 2-storey house. This is a busy street. Some place to stretch your legs. So that's a big plot. Okay, so we've got... What did Teal want? So he wanted something... out of the sun. I can fit indoors, especially since I hate water. If you have a bit more to spend, it's a large spacious home in a secluded area of town. So I don't think it's going to be that for him. Very definition of affordable quality. It's a small 2-storey house. Maybe that one for him, I don't know. And then this one's 4-acre property, so he doesn't really want to be outside, so I don't think that's going to be a benefit for him. So I think he wants either of those. Roberts. The biggest draw is finally being able to get away from the tiny apartment I had back home. So I think... So that's spacious. And then we've got Smith. Seems to be covered with animal hair. I just want to find some place that suits me and my Lucy. Okay. So, I'm guessing is going to want one of these two houses. Spacious single story. Area's not particularly well lit. Heat of the day. Okay, he wants exercise, so I'm guessing maybe the nighttime not lit thing is not going to be for him. So I'm going to put him here temporarily. And then we've got Roberts. One thing, the biggest draw of moving down is finally being able to get away from the tiny apartment I had back home. You could hear the neighbours sneezing. Spacious. Aren't many houses around, so I think he's going to want that. And then we've got, this is a place for stretching your legs with additional development space. Rather shabbily dressed and seems covered with animal hair. So he's got animals, so the outdoor space might be good for him. Overall, I just want to find some place that suits me and my Lucy. Okay, I'm going to put him there, I think. And then done. Feeling satisfied that each person has been matched up with the right house, you make the sales. Oh god, hopefully you've done this right.
A pleasure doing business with you folks. I hope you enjoy your new homes.
Okay, nice work. There's nothing more you enjoy more than a satisfied customer, and to have 5 at once is even better.
Nice job over there, Banks. You got a real knack for this business. Now go get some rest, would you? You don't want to overwork yourself first day here, after all.
Alright, well, we went for the hard mode, and I think we might have done it.
Mr. Dammers?
No time for beating gums now, Banks. I'm busy. You did a good job here today, son. Call it a day, and I'm sure good things will be coming your way soon.
Alright.
Come on, folks. It's a beautiful day to buy some land.
Home then? Because he said go and get some rest, so I guess we want to go home? I mean, we can't go and see Merrick, can we? So I guess
Mr. Banks, I have a message for you when you get a chance.
Okay, what's the message?
Excuse me.
How may I help you, sir?
Messages?
You said you had a message for me.
Yes, sir. From George Merrick at the Coral Gables sales.
Oh, here we go.
He's asked you to stop by at your earliest convenience.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, well, I mean, so do we go there now? Or do we go get some rest? I guess we go there now. He said earliest convenience, right? We want to make a good impression. And I suppose if it's wrong, it'll just say, like, I don't know, they're not there or something. Let's try it. Was it this one? I think it was, wasn't it? Oh, maybe they are closed. Those fellows there have gone.
Pardon me, miss.
What may I do for you, sir?
Seeing Merrick.
I got a message from Mr. Merrick asking me to see him.
Ah, yes, he's expecting you, Mr. Banks. Go ahead and knock on his door there.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, well, I guess we're going in. Check out
Come
this
in.
place.
Good afternoon, Mr. Merrick. I'm Alfred Banks. You wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, of course, Mr. Banks. Please come in. Make yourself at home. Please, have a seat.
Okay, let's have a look around first. Looking out the glass windows and door, you see a lovely little patio. Mr. Merrick is lucky to be able to have a cosy little spot to take his mind off things. An illustration up here. Green landscape of a river or channel of water. Perhaps this is one of Mr. Merrick's future developments. These appear to be several brochures and pamphlets advertising real estate around the city pinned to the wall. They must serve some motivational purpose for Mr. Merrick. Mr. Merrick has several items on his desk, none of which capture your interest. Okay, fine. Alright, and the chair looks comfortable enough, so let's sit in it, I suppose. Don't think there's anything else we can... Oh, there's a water cooler. Water cooler must certainly come in handy on sunny days in an office that's got so many windows. Let's sit down. Introduce ourselves, or thank him. Present your qualifications. I mean, I guess we'll introduce ourselves first.
It really is a pleasure to finally meet you, Mr. Merrick. Like I said, my name is Alfred Banks, and...
I know who you are, Mr. Banks. I was well aware of your father's work up north.
Huh.
It seems apparent that you are eagerly following in his footsteps. You've gotten my attention. Now let's see how serious you really are. I see great potential in you, but a good sales agent needs more than just talent. He needs ability and know-how.
I've got those in spades.
You're certainly confident, I'll give you that. In any case, I have a few small setbacks which I need to deal with, and I think they would serve as an excellent proving ground for you.
Proving ground?
Think of it as an extended job interview.
Alright.
I'm all ears. What do you need?
I can give you more details as you need them, but currently I'm faced with 3 concerns. The first is a man living on a prime piece of land who is refusing to sell. The second is my need for quality advertising. And the third is getting back some stolen design plans.
Okay, the holdout?
What's the story with the holdout?
There's a stretch of land which is of great interest to me in the area of Anastasia Avenue. Currently, the land is owned by an individual who has no interest in selling it. He's built himself a home there and understandably wants to keep it. Unfortunately, Business is business, and I need that land to complete a very important project. I need you to convince the gentleman to sell.
Okay, can we find out any more?
What's the story with the holdout?
There's a stretch of land.
Oh, no,
Currently,
okay.
the land he's built. Unfortunately, I need you.
Okay, so I guess we can just keep asking, so, you know, that's the thing. Publicity.
What about your need for publicity?
Any project, no matter how good it is doomed to fail if nobody knows about it. I've managed to secure some decent advertising, but I feel we need something more. The story of Coral Gables needs to make headlines. I'd like you to head over to the Miami Herald building and see if you can befriend a reporter or two. Having a journalist in our corner would do wonders for our advertising.
Okay, and the plans?
What about your design plans?
I regret to say that a set of design plans was stolen from my office a few weeks ago by a man claiming to want a job interview.
Ooh.
In reality, he was a spy, sent from my competitor Orrin Riley's real estate company. Riley still has my plans, but two can play his game. Since you're a fresh face in town, I need you to infiltrate his company and take back the plans.
Whoa.
I'll have my secretary set up an interview for you later today. And here, take this set of dummy plans and leave it in place of the real ones so Riley doesn't get suspicious.
Infiltrate his company? What will that entail exactly?
My guess is that Riley will have the plans stored away in his office someplace. You may need to do a bit of searching. Are you comfortable with that? I know it's asking for quite a bit.
I think so, sir. I'll do as much as I can within legal means.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm not asking you to commit any crimes. After all, you're just taking back something that was already stolen. Think of it as a repossession.
Right, okay.
I'll just get to it then.
I wish you the best of luck. Although, you seem the type who makes his own luck. I have a feeling I can expect great things from you.
Well, I hope so. Alright, well, we've got 3 things to do for this guy, and we will start doing that in the next one because we're out of time. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Terminally, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulione, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, Paul James, and Zoltes, and I'll see you next time.